Hey guys, Ted Duncan here. So I want to show you something really quick. Perfect situation for finding studs in an old house. This is a house built in the late 1800s, early 1900s. It's been renovated recently. They put sheetrock over plaster and lathe, so it makes it hard to find studs. We're hanging this beast of a TV. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing right now to find the studs. A couple different tools I use. I always like to do different checks. So first I make a mark where my top bolt's going to go for the mount. So I've already marked out the mount on the TV. I put a piece of tape from the top to the bottom and I mark where that top bolt's going to go right on the tape. And I know right here where I want the bottom of the TV. So this is the bottom of the TV. That's a top bolt for the mount. So I know that I'm going to have this line. I already have my horizontal for the mount. Now I just need my verticals. So I like to use this one. This is like a magnetic electronic stud finder. You put this on there and sometimes you can get a stud. Now you see those three, I look for a 3. That tells me there's most likely a wood stud back there. I'm going in between the lathe right now. If there's too much, it either won't show anything or it'll light up the whole thing. If I move to the right, there's another 3 right there. Now it's interesting because this is not 16 inches apart. It's not 24, but studs can also be 12 apart. Moving over here, I got 3 there. Now you can't get it everywhere because there'll be interference from the lathe or the difference in thickness in plaster. Now I kind of want one over on this other side. Now I have 3 here where I think it might be, but it's really hard to find it. Put 3 little dots. Now everybody, you can have your own thing, but I put 3 little dots here and then I found that I couldn't find a stud there. So if I use this stud finder, this is sonic, and basically this will tell me the edges of the stud. Of course, I'm going to go 3 levels deep on this because I know there's sheetrock over plaster and lathe. It's hard to see. But basically that's the center of the stud right there. So I know that's right. This is a very strange number, 9.5. This one is almost, this is just about 16. And by the age of this home, this is probably correct because they didn't really measure out the same way that they would today. I don't see anything 16 here, but that really doesn't mean anything. Too deep. So right about the edge of that, those 3 dots. That's what I'm looking for it to turn off. So this possibly is a stud, but I'm not 100% sure because the reading's not as clear as I like to see it. I'd really like to find a stud here that would make my mounting where the client wants it, but I don't see it. So now I'm going to take magnets. So these are my neodymium magnets. I like the ones with a little hole in it because I can kind of hold on to them with my finger, and I separate them with little pieces of plastic and rubber bushings. All right, so the reason I like these little holes is I can kind of hold it in my fingertip very lightly and I can rub it on the wall. So I'm going to start here where I know that there's a stud. And what happens is, whether it's plaster and lathe or sheetrock on top, they basically have found the studs before, and there will be screws and nails in here. It'll lead into the stud. So I got 1. And if I don't know where a stud is, I like to get 2 or 3 in a line. So I just kind of make little circles. Oh, I feel one there. You can kind of see where it's going, right? So the magnets are a great trick. So this is a stud. That's all there is to it. Look over here where I think it was a little bit. There's one there. Let's see if there's one down here. There's one. So you get an idea, right? I'm gonna try to get one more around here. Look at that. All right. So that's my stud. And if I look back here, you know, it's not quite centered, but this mount does have some adjustments on it. So Let me know what your tips and tricks are. Have an awesome week, guys.